Hello everybody, welcome to a beautiful afternoon here in our part of Manitoba. Today it is so sunny and warm out. I am finally putting some seeds into the garden plot. Not necessarily the corn yet, but all things in time, you know. Was rooting through my seeds, found a lot of things that say plant as soon as the ground can be worked, so I was working it the other day, wasn't I? So I've decided to start this adventure off with these peas here that say, you know, as soon as the soil can be worked and is warm. Soil can be worked quite nicely. It is pretty warm. I'm figuring 9 in a 1 foot square. I really have no idea. I should take the time to find the book out there on square foot gardening, but I don't know. I'm just going to go with what feels good for now. Fill up some garden space. See if anything grows, you know. Soil gardening. It's new to me. Always been stuck in containers. Much to plant, much to plant. Anyway, so peas first. Alright, purple Vienna kohlrabi. I tried growing this once in the aquaponics. It was kind of an interesting experience. It'll be nice to give it a try here in the second part of the soil garden. So much for the corn. I can always take another corn patch. That's fine. So I'm going to go with 4 plantings in this little square. We'll see how that works out. 2 in each spot. 1 for me, 1 for Chaos. We'll see how that all works out. Well, I think Chaos may have more than its intended 1 in there. I think I ended up with 3 or 4 seeds in each of those holes. We'll see what grows out of that. Alright, so purple kohlrabi. Cool. So next up here I've got the Bolivian, what I thought were the Bolivian rainbow hot pepper seeds. They turned out to be the first generation of the freak peppers. They gave me a lot of assorted peppers that started off purple and kind of changed colors from there. Took a wide variety of shapes. I still seem to have quite a few seeds from that, so I think I'll just plant a square full of these. I should know a pepper seedling by now when I see it sprouting up, so I doubt I'll pull them as weeds. I'll transplant anything if it grows. I don't know how well you can see them, but I just sprinkled way too many pepper seeds in there. So with any luck, I'll have no choice but to dig up a fresh garden patch just for those freak peppers. Excellent. That'll be really exciting if they do actually sprout. Technically, still kind of early for these things, but I'm taking my chances. Now, I know I'm eventually going to remove these boards and replace it with string of some kind to mark out these squares. A good note to other gardeners and my future self would have been to bring out a piece of graph paper so I can mark this for future reference. See if I've already lost track here. I think those are peas, kohlrabi, and the freak peppers. Alright, so I guess moving in a square. This is kind of fun. Alright, well it occurs to me that planting peas in front of kohlrabi when south is that way is probably not a good idea. So, see if I can find a root crop to go in there and then kohlrabi to go in there, and I don't know what's going in there yet. Radishes, perfect! I threw some of these into the aquaponic garden already and they've started to sprout, so they should sprout out here. Why not? Let's sprinkle far too many radishes into this next square. This variety says 21 to 27 days. Was a whopping $1.50 for the pack of seeds. I think I'm just going to dump the whole thing in there. Well, what's left after the aquaponics. Not exactly evenly spread out, and definitely overplanted, but, you know, I'm bound to get $1.50's worth of radishes out of that. Alright, cover it up. So what I've chosen for beside the cherry bell radishes, so I've got some early white Vienna kohlrabi. Should be nice. That's the purple there, so staying sort of organized-ish for me. Anywho, so again, how I'm going to do the kohlrabi is I'm going to do 4 plantings into here, you know, 2, 3, 4, however many tumble out into each hole, and take it from there. Alright, several in each little depression there, and that leaves me with plenty of these to try again. Fantastic. So I guess this time around we'll put the peas in the back part of the patch here. This is sort of a skinnier shelled pea, if you will. Snowflake peas. I love these, just pick them and crunch them. So, let's get planting. And peas. I'll have to put a little more effort into it than that, but not much, right? So in this square I've got 9 plantings, 2 or 3 seeds in each one, and we'll see what comes of it. So for the record, row 2, cherry bell radishes, early white Vienna kohlrabi, and snow pea snowflake peas. Sounds pretty tasty so far. Okay, so I spent a little time with some sticks and some strings here. Ended up doing a grid anyway. We'll see how long this twine lasts. Got these first 6 planted. I want to get these 6 planted. And then I still got a little bit more lawn to cut today, so not sure how much more of this garden's going out today. So I guess for this 3rd row, I've got these white icicle radishes. And I've got some cylinder beets, and I've got 3 different varieties of carrots that have been sitting around for way too long, so we might as well plant them. So that'll be interesting. Make at least a grid of 9 got planted today. I'd like to get those 3 done, but I really want to mow the lawn too. We'll see. So this is probably another one of those cases of planted far too many of them in the square, but, you know, if even half of them sprout, I'm a happy camper. So that's the white icicle radishes. Looks interesting for salads and such. So because you can never really have too many fresh beets from the garden for pickling and all kinds of things, I'm actually going to plant both of these squares from this package of beets. 2 squares with 1 packet. Yay, is that like 2 birds with 1 stone? We shall see. Anyway, more stuff to plant. Best get at it. And then for this last square in this particular row, I'm just sprinkling the last of these 3 different types of carrots. A few purple ones in there, but basically standard carrots. Alright, so primarily orange carrots here with a few purple ones sprinkled about, and that will take care of these 2 squares, leaving me just that one up there. So I guess for this last square today, I'm going to use these Swede turnips. It says this, you know, as soon as the ground can be worked, so that's interesting. Makes what, 3 by 4, so 12 square feet of planted garden. It's a start. Alright everybody, well I'm going to get back to mowing the lawn. I have to say that was a wonderful afternoon well spent. I can totally see why people get into yard gardening. It's like, it's an excuse to play in the dirt all afternoon, right? It's release your inner child, play in the mud. That's what mud is for. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me today on Seeds of the Day, planting some outside, or whatever I end up calling this. You know how it goes. I will see you guys next time, someday for sure. Bye.